Fort Lauderdale experienced the rainiest day in its history Wednesday, a 1-in-1,000-year rainfall event, sparking a flash flood emergency in Broward County that has prompted emergency rescues, forced drivers to abandon cars, shuttered schools, and shut down the airport through 5 a.m. Friday, and more rain is on the way. The region recorded widespread rainfall totals of more than a foot, while Fort Lauderdale tallied 25.91 inches in a 24-hour period, according to preliminary reports from the National Weather Service office in Miami. 2 weak tornadoes also hit Broward County Wednesday, one just west of Hollywood and another south of the Fort Lauderdale airport, according to the Miami National Weather Service. Both were short-lived and rated EF0, the weakest category. While the rain Thursday won't reach nearly the amounts that fell on Wednesday, it will be problematic and create additional flooding, the National Weather Service said. Gusty winds, small hail, and even isolated tornadoes are possible. A flood warning for Broward County is in effect until 7:30 p.m., the National Weather Service said, and a severe thunderstorm warning is in effect for parts of Broward and Miami-Dade counties. The storms may bring winds of up to 60 miles per hour and potentially small hail. Thunderstorms are beginning to develop across southeastern Florida and will once again bring a risk of flash flooding to the region. Isolated instances of flash flooding are likely this afternoon with locally heavy rainfall capable of 1-3-inch-per-hour rates, according to the Weather Prediction Center. This may lead to additional localized rainfall totals of 3-5+ inches, which could possibly aggravate ongoing flooding conditions across the highly sensitive Fort Lauderdale region. While conditions are similar to Wednesday, favoring heavy rainfall, the Prediction Center stated that there are significant differences from yesterday that should limit the prolonged occurrence of very heavy rainfall rates. Between 14 and 20 inches of rain have drenched the greater Fort Lauderdale metro area since Wednesday afternoon, according to a Thursday morning update from the National Weather Service office in Miami. The deluge is the most severe flooding that I've ever seen, one mayor said. This amount of rain in a 24-hour period is incredibly rare for South Florida, said meteorologist Ana Torres-Vazquez from the Weather Service's Miami Forecast Office. This amount of rain in a 24-hour period is incredibly rare for South Florida, said meteorologist Ana Torres-Vazquez from the Weather Service's Miami Forecast Office. Rainfall of 20 to 25 inches is similar to what the area can receive with a high-end hurricane over more than a day, Torres-Vazquez explained. She described the rainfall as a 1-in-1,000-year event, or greater, meaning it's an event so intense the chance of it happening in any given year is just 0.1%. During the peak of Wednesday's deluge, a month's worth of rain fell in just 1 hour. Fort Lauderdale's average rainfall for April is 3 inches, and it's been nearly 25 years since the city totaled 20 inches of rain in an entire month. Extreme rainfall is a signature consequence of a warming climate, and it is happening more frequently. The deluge in South Florida is just the latest instance after 1-in-1,000-year rains struck over the past year in areas including Dallas, St. Louis, eastern Kentucky, and Yellowstone. Even though the heavy rain has concluded, numerous roads remain closed, the Weather Service said, adding that flooding is expected to persist. Earlier, Fort Lauderdale was experiencing severe flooding in multiple areas of the city, Fort Lauderdale Fire Rescue said on social media, warning to stay off the roads as vehicles may become stuck or submerged. A flash flood emergency, the highest level of flood warning that was in effect for portions of South Florida, including Fort Lauderdale, expired early Thursday. City crews in Hollywood, Florida, are doing everything they can to deploy pumps wherever possible and keep drains clear, Mayor Josh Levy told. We've recorded over 12 inches of rain since midnight, and that's on top of consecutive days of seemingly non-stop rain, Levy said. The ground was already saturated, so there is extensive flooding all over our city and throughout South Florida. Many roadways are impassable. Lots of vehicles got stuck and left abandoned in the middle of our roadways. I've lived here my whole life. This is the most severe flooding that I've ever seen, he said. Several state agencies and emergency resources are assisting with the flood situation, according to a news release from Governor Ron DeSantis.